were all living together in a house, and we started watching fucking Will Wheaton's tabletop on YouTube. It was the funniest shit. Just watching him, like, he would typically lose games and get like shit on by all his guests who were like semi-famous to actually famous, like people from like older television shows, YouTube channels that you might know. He'd have musicians, and you just see these people playing like random games, and not like the types of board games that I knew, like Monopoly and shit like that, where you're like, yeah, whatever, hate your family, everything's great. But like really interesting, cool, like mystery games. And I'm looking at this like, that's a fucking board game. You can do that kind of shit with a board game. And yeah, we basically decided, okay, well, here's what we'll do. Fab, myself, and a couple of the roommates that we had, we're like, well, we'll each pick a board game that we think is fun, and we'll go buy that board game, and then we'll just play them all for a weekend. So I think I wound up picking up this game called Betrayal at House on the Hill, which is like a build your own map. It's like little tiles, and then you basically you're all working together to like build this map, find clues and shit. But every time you open up this a little room with like a raven on it, things get spooky, so everybody's going to get haunted. And then basically, if you fail the haunt roll to see whether or not somebody goes crazy, surprise, somebody goes crazy. So then it goes from being like, hey, there's 5 of us, we're all friends, I'm the old man, you're the hot jock, to being like, oh, actually, Stacy's a fucking psychopath and she's going to kill us all now. So the game goes from being like, just walk somewhere and have a good time. We'll just read cards to you, and spiders will get you, to being like, she's going to stab you in the eyes. You need to go find the rice pudding and Dr. Jekyll's side notes. Otherwise, she's going to kill you if she finds you. And you're like, everybody's like, what the fuck's going on? And you could be, it can go from you playing like for like 45 minutes and then somebody goes crazy to like the first 5 tiles that gets flipped over, somebody like Susan's gone insane. And like, there's nowhere for you to go on the map, so she just runs around and kills everybody. I have a fucking shelf full of games now.
What's your favorite game?
Mansions of Madness.
What is that?
So with Mansions of Madness, it's basically set in the Lovecraft universe. So Cthulhu, big tentacle monsters. The thing was so terrifying that I can't even describe it. It smelled like red and it looked like purple. That's how that shit's written. The thing that makes that game so cool is you don't have to have a player, like somebody sitting at the table acting as your dungeon master or controlling what's going on in the game. You actually just use an app. So you can put it on your TV. Like we use a tablet and just like a Bluetooth speaker. Usually it's some form of mystery with monsters and shit in it. So it's a fun group game to play where the app is driving the experience. So you're like, I want to go through a door right here. And then the app will tell you, okay, well, go find this tile. You need the hallway tile, put it down. There's a fucking monster there, by the way. Find that monster and put it in there. And now everybody's just playing their turn rather than having to worry about, okay, well, let me look at the book. What's the next thing that's coming in each of these spaces? I got to be ready in case somebody opens it. You can all just play and nobody's like doing the work so everybody else can enjoy, because there are a lot of games where somebody's working. Even though like they really want to play, they have to do the work to keep the game going, especially when you're playing with people who don't know the game. Maybe it's their first time playing. So they need to focus just on maybe what their character can do or what cards they have in their hand. And you need to be ready to answer questions and move the game along. So this game takes that responsibility off of everyone.
So that'd be a pretty good introduction for someone that just begins playing role-playing games, I guess?
I think you're absolutely right.
What's the most complicated game you've played? I'm kind of expecting you're going to say Twilight Imperium, but
I actually haven't played Twilight Imperium. I've heard amazing things.
Oh, you haven't? No way. What are we doing? All right, for Christmas, we're coming to your house.
Yeah. Okay.
We're coming to your house for, not Christmas, New Year's.
Yeah.
And we're fucking playing Twilight Imperium for 10 hours.
I love it. I have another game. It might not be as complicated. It's called Hate. It was a Kickstarter only game, because it was R-rated for adults only, because people get stabbed. It's based off of like an adult graphic novel. You've got like these different tribes. It's like post-apocalyptic Earth, 20,000 years in the future. Everybody's dead. And it's just like a few tribes of like cannibalistic assholes that are like running around trying to eat each other. And the whole game is like, you and I are going to have a fight. So it's chess with extra rules. But when you're not battling each other. There's like a whole second game where there's like this big campaign where there's RPG elements and you have to like spend resource points to upgrade your town, and your town can get raided by other assholes around you. And I haven't even been able to play that yet because it's so fucking complicated. I can't get anybody to play it with me because I'm like, oh, here's what we're going to do. And I like break everything out and I explain it to them. And after that 4 hours, they're like, oh, let's play Coup. Which, by the way, if you want a party game where you can lie to your friends and have an amazing time, pick up Coup. COUP. It's like 15 fucking bucks. Best game I've ever played. It takes...
I agree.
What would you say? It takes like a half hour to learn the basics. You play like one game, you kind of get the idea, and the whole point of the game is fucking lie all the time. It's so good.
If you're a con master, it's just about lying. There's nothing you can't do in that game. It's just about lying. You gotta make people believe and then contradict yourself the next turn, and then they don't know what the hell you're doing, and you just keep going.
Yep. Oh, I love it.
I love that game.
My
it's a great game.
Playing that game is playing it honest. Nothing fucks people up more than when you play straight.
That's true.
Today's episode is brought to you by The Mythic Store. The Mythic Store is a Magic the Gathering trading card game online shop run by the former professional player Pascal Maynard. With competitive prices, top-notch customer service, and guaranteed 24-hour processing, the Mythic Store is your best bet for a complete deck. The Mythic Society, also part of the Mythic brand, runs online independent tournaments almost daily. Make sure to follow the Mythic Society on Twitch and Facebook. The episode...
All right, we doing a new accent for the other part?
Oh, you want a new accent? Oh, God. I got a
doggo eating.
Doggo drinking cat water. This episode's powered by the Symbios Community Discord. If you're an adult gamer looking for people to play with or simply to make new friends, join our community Discord today. Come meet us using code https://invite.gg/Symbios. That's SYMBIOSE. Interesting. The Late Show Online appreciates your support. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm starting to lose it. The Late Show Online appreciates your support. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and like this video. Write down a question you'd like Jim to ask the next guest in the comment section below.